Eleanor, don't fall off the chair. Back up, back up. Ah, I am ready for story time. No, I'm not ready for story time. I need some coffee. Here, let me get some coffee here. This coffee's not big enough. For Mr. Steve, he needs a bunch of coffee. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. Yeah. Just in time for the holidays. No, this isn't enough coffee. I need more coffee. Ah! Oh, oh. Gulp, 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 gulp. Ah, now I'm ready. It's story time. You kids ready for story time?
Yep.
Now, how do I start story time? Oh, that's right. Every story time I do on YouTube, I do my theme song.
Yeah.
Except usually I recorded it a long time ago. I just play it, but I guess I'll have to do it live. You guys ready to hear my Storytime with Mr. Steve theme song?
Yes.
It's a totally original theme song and absolutely was not just ripped off from the cartoon Adventure Time. No, it's a totally original song. Hope I can remember how to play it. It's story time with Mr. Steve. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna read books. I don't know how to play this. We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's story. Big finish. You ready for the big finish? Yeah? Okay. Time! Theme song. And because this is live, I'm gonna go ahead and do my extended version. It's 29 minutes long. It's a jam. It's like a jam. Mr. Steve! Mr. Steve! Mr. Steve! Mr. Steve! Maybe I won't do the full 29-minute version of it. We'll just stop right there. Hello, everybody! You're not playing the ukulele. Okay? Maybe after story time. Hi, everybody. My name is Mr. Steve. I'm here in my Grinch outfit because we're going to be reading the book, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Actually, that's the title that they used. Do you know what the original title was for the book?
Yeah.
Hey! The Grinch be stealing all my Christmases! That was the original title. And they said, that's not too great of a title. So then they changed it. They decided to go with that Grinch. He done be stealing all my Christmases. And then they said no. And then they went with How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Eventually they got there. But do you like my Grinch outfit? Don't I look like the Grinch? What with my pouch and my tail? Don't I look exactly like the Grinch?
No.
I don't?
It's a kangaroo.
Oh, it's a kangaroo suit. Oh, what happened to my Grinch outfit? I thought this was my Grinch outfit. But yeah, I've got a pouch. And just like a kangaroo, my pouch is full of a whole bunch of stuff. You guys want to see what's in my pouch?
Yeah.
Okay, let me reach into my pouch here, and I've got a baby. I got a baby kangaroo. You guys ready to see my baby kangaroo? It's a baby kangaroo!
That's a penguin.
Excuse me. I went to college. The greatest college in the world. Arizona State University. Oh, that's a penguin. Okay, sorry. I don't know what that was doing in my pouch. Maybe I should clean out my pouch. Oh, here it is. A baby kangaroo.
That's a dog.
A baby kangaroo makes this noise. Bow, 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 bow. Bruce could do, we can too. Boing. Boy. Ah. Sorry. Oh, you putting the baby penguin in my pouch? Oh, it's your turn. Okay. She's just gonna... I'm hungry. Maybe I can find something in my pouch to eat. Let me reach into my pouch. A taco! Ooh, look, a taco. I know what you kids are thinking. You kids are jealous because there's only one taco for Mr. Steve to eat. But I'm going to eat this taco now, okay? This totally normal taco. All right? Excuse me, Maxwell. Tacos don't have faces on them.
Yes, they do. It has a face.
Yes, thank you. Eleanor, for putting that
They don't.
penguin in my pants.
We
Totally normal story time.
don't have
Now, if you'll
faces, but
excuse me,
that-
I am going to eat this taco that definitely doesn't have a face on it. Let me. Ah! There was a face on that! There was a face on that! Why didn't you guys warn me?
We did.
Oh, you did? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need more coffee. I need more coffee. Gulp, 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 gulp. Burp. There you go. Now I'm good. Thank you, Eleanor. I'll reach into my pouch later, see what else is in there. But before we get started with some Dr. Seuss books, just, no, guys, stop fighting, okay? No fighting during Mr. Steve's awesome story time. You're putting it in my pouch. You're not putting it in my pants, okay? Stop saying that because it sounds creepy. Just a friendly reminder, be sure and like and subscribe to the Storytime with Mr. Steve YouTube page. You can also follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/Mr. Steve's Storytimes. 2 S's together, bit complicated. Also, if you want to be a doll, if you want to be awesome, you can follow me on Patreon. It's patreon.com/Storytime with Mr. Steve. Every little bit helps me get more coffee, which is what Mr. Steve needs to live.
I want the coffee.
You're not having any coffee. You're 2, Eleanor. Now we're going to be reading and deconstructing this classic book, Hey Grinch, Why You Be Stealing My Christmases? A classic book. And you know why I'm going to be reading this? Because I'm great with kids. I'm wonderful with children! Oh, I'm sorry, did I hit you?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, don't drink my coffee. Stop drinking my coffee. Anyway, we're going to be reading this book right here. Oh, I did it again. I'm sorry. We're going to be reading this book. And what's it called? Let me see.
Ow.
How the Grinch Stole... Oh, I'm sorry. I did it again. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We're going to be reading How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Before we get there, I'm not going to hit your head, Eleanor. But before we read that, I've got a little taste for you. This is a Dr. Seuss board book called Bookfoot the. Bookfoot the. Oh, wait, it's upside down. There you go. Bookfoot. The Foot Book. We're going to be reading this book now. Classic book. Love this book. So let's read this. The Foot Book. Dr. Seuss's wacky book of opposites. Opposites. Oh, opposites. Sorry, opposites. That's what it is. Dr. Seuss's wacky book of opposites. So, here's the guy right here. Left foot, right foot, right. Feet in the day and feet at night. The feet are going to sleep, and it's a good thing that the feet are going to sleep at night. I hate it when my foot falls asleep during the day because that means my foot's just going to be up all night, you know? I hate that. Wet foot, dry foot, low foot, high foot. I think this is Portal 2 feet, you know? I didn't know you messed around with portals. See? He's up here. He's up here and down here, so that's exciting. Back feet, front feet, 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 feet. How many different feet you meet? So many different feet. That creeps me out, though. I don't like that. Just that back legs and foot with all of those circles. I have this thing. I don't like circles. Circular patterns. It creeps me out. There's a word for it. I don't remember what it is. Try not to fall during story time while I'm with you. Huh? Tryptophobia? Maybe. It might be called tryptophobia. Slow feet!
Now you're exposing
Quick feet. Well feet. These are well feet. These are feet that have water inside of them. Well feet. Hey, I'm streaming Storytime live, Bella, so just... I know you have a tendency to use very expressionistic language, so maybe tone down your language while I'm streaming live. That goes for everybody.
What the? Who's it? What's it?
Yeah. Guys, no fighting for the chair, okay? If you want, you can kind of stand right here. Be like my assistant, my helper. Yeah. So, well feet, sick feet. Oh, these are, you see these bandages here? I think this is Two-Face feet. You know, I'm going to take those off. Up feet, down feet. Here's my favorite part. creepy Stephen King clown feet. Yeah, creepy clown. Riley's freaking out right now because of the clown. Hey! Hey, Stephen King! We found your clown! I'm dropping a bunch of stuff. But that's fine, it's my stuff. We're not reading this yet, okay?
Hey.
We're not reading this yet.
No, use your voice.
Up feet, down feet. Here come creepy clown feet. Small feet.
Use your
Big
words.
feet. Here come pig feet. That's weird. Oh, here's my favorite part. His feet, her feet, Donald Trump feet. That's definitely Donald Trump right there. And Donald Trump's like, let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to build a wall to separate the star-bellied Sneetches from the Sneetches without stars. We're going to make Whoville great again. That's not MAGA. That would be make Whoville great again. Mahoova. That's weird. Mahoova. His feet, her feet, Donald Trump feet. In the house and on the street. How many different feet you meet? I think that's Big Bird right there. So that's exciting. We're meeting a celebrity. And that's the end of that story. Yay! And that's the end of that story. Hope you enjoyed it. Yes, Eleanor. Yes, Eleanor.
I want TV. Yep.
Okay. We're going to be reading this book now. It's a classic book. Right here.
Ow.
Oh, sorry. I did it again. I apologize. I keep hitting these kids. We're going to be reading this book, classic book, called How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Oh, but first, let me reach into my pouch again. My pouch and see what I can find. Let me reach in here and... I've got Yondu. What's a Ravager doing in my kangaroo pouch? I've got some weird stuff in here. Let me reach in again and see what I can find. Oh! It's a robot. Look at that. I hope it's a friendly robot. Oh no! Killer robot! Killer robot! Ah! 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 Oh, thank you. I was getting attacked by that killer robot. Are you freaking out because you were... No. That's Maxwell's killer robot. Okay? Why don't you guys sit down? Why don't you guys all sit down? Because I'm going to be reading this classic book now called Hey Grinch, Why You Be Stealing My Christmases. Classic Christmas book. Classic. So we're going to read this now by Dr. Seuss. I knew him when he was just medical student Seuss. Maybe not feel up my back right now, Maxwell. That's really weird. You're giving me the creeps. All the Who's down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot. The end. You know what I like about that book? It was short. It was a very short book. Well, that's the end of story time. Hope you guys liked all the books I read. I'm going to take a nap now. Somebody please wake me up when it is Christmas. Ah! Stop your screaming. And stop whatever that is. Stop. What, Eleanor?
I'm a clock.
No, we're not watching TV right now. We're doing story time. You know what? I knew this was going to happen. You kids are being all super hyper. You keep hiding behind me. Stop hiding behind me. You're creeping me out. Okay? You guys sit down and help me read the story, and I will happily bribe you with some candy canes. Okay? All right. Here's a red one for you, and here's a red one for you. Now, guys, sit down and eat those candy canes. Swedish fish flavored. They're the best. And we're going to read this book called Grinch Be Stealing My Christmas. Classic Christmas book. Every who down in Whoville, not every what down in Whatville. It's a different place. We're talking about who's. You know where the who's are? Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know is on third. Every who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. He lived in North Whoville. That's a nice area. Have you ever seen North Whoville? It's a lot nicer than South Whoville. You know, South Whoville is just a bunch of hipsters and stuff, but North Whoville, I really like it. They've got such a nice mall. Have you ever been to the North Whoville Mall? It's really amazing. They've still got a Sam Goody there, and it's really weird that they've still got a Sam Goody at the North Whoville Mall. They still sell those CDs in those weird long containers. Anyway, good schools. Good schools in North Whoville. East Whoville can get a bit dicey. The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Now, Maxwell, ask me why the Grinch hated Christmas.
Because
No, I didn't tell you, hey, Maxwell, explain to me why the Grinch hated Christmas. I said, Maxwell, please ask me, why does the Grinch hate Christmas?
why are they going
Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. Just go see like a chiropractor. I know a guy, Dr. Tom. He can crack your bones. You'd be all fine. Also, I have an acupuncture guy probably clear that up for you, Grinch. But he does live in South Whoville. It's probably a drive for him, so we'll forget that. It could be, perhaps, that his shoes were too tight. Just go to Payless. Who source? Just go to Payless. There's one in the North Whoville Mall, so if it's his shoes, that's on him. You know?
He doesn't even wear shoes.
Just get some Crocs.
He doesn't even wear shoes.
Some Who Crocs.
He doesn't even wear shoes.
Yeah, but he also has pockets in his fur, which is creeping me out a little bit.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like he has pockets in his skin.
He's naked. He's naked.
He's not naked. Oh, you're saying lick it. Lick the candy cane. Okay. I thought you were taking this story time to a really weird place, Eleanor. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. But the important thing to remember is that this book was written in 1956. Nowadays, there are pills you can take for that kind of thing.
He got a heart condition.
Yeah, he's got a heart condition. Huh?
I like candy.
You don't like candy canes?
No.
Okay then. No, you can't have her candy cane. No.
You like my
If anything, I'll have her candy cane. I'll eat it right now. I also do not like candy canes.
You like candy cane?
Nope.
I love candy cane.
Almost choked on it.
That one's horrible though.
These are Swedish fish candy canes. They're awesome. Yeah.
The green ones
Maybe
are
not
yellow.
that one because I just put it in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't pretend to choke, Eleanor. You guys are gonna get so sticky. I really should have thought this through, but that's fine.
The green ones are yellow.
His heart's 2 sizes too small. You know, nowadays, that's like a non-invasive surgery. Like 2 hours in and out, you're fine. Maybe it's different back in. What are you guys doing?
I just want to.
Okay, sit down.
No more.
I'll get you. You can have the other green one. How about that? Now, kids, stop fighting. Okay. Okay. No more candy canes for you kids. Okay. But whatever the reason, the heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the Who's. Everybody shake your fist. Everybody shake your fist, because the Grinch hates the Who's. The Grinch hates the Who's. The Grinch hates the Beatles. The Grinch hates the Rolling Stones. Just all British musical acts. He's okay with the Kinks. Staring down from his cave with a sour, grinchy frown. Give me a frown, kids. Can you kids frown for me? That's a good frown. Yeah? Here's my frown. That's my frown. Everybody has different emotions. Don't emotion shame me. Maxwell.
We didn't do that.
Good. Staring down from his cave with a sour, grinchy frown at the warm lighted windows below in their town. For he knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now, hanging a mistletoe wreath. Oh man, mistletoe wreath. They're my favorite punk band.
Yeah.
I saw them in Tempe in '96. It was really awesome. They did a lot of covers. And they're hanging their stockings, he snarled with a sneer. Oh wait, I gotta do a Grinch voice.
Daddy, Mommy.
Good. I got to do a Grinch voice. Hold on. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Unique New York. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Okay. And they're hanging their stockings! He snarled with a sneer. Is that a good Grinch voice?
That's a mom voice.
That's a mom voice?
Mm-hmm.
Or it could be a dad voice. I mean, don't shame, Maxwell. Okay, let me do a Grinch voice. And they're hanging their stockings! Oh! He snarled with a sneer. Was that too scary? That was too scary?
I'll do it. And they're hanging their stockings.
That's pretty good. I don't want to go British. Because in America, we have this tendency to make all bad guys British, so I don't want to do that. Okay, you say, and they're hanging their stockings.
Stockings.
Wow, that was perfect.
That was great.
That was perfect. And they're hanging their stockings. You know, we have a tendency to make bad guys British, but it's always like a high-class British person. You never see like, Oi! We need to be stealing their Christmases. You know, you never hear like, that's never a bad guy. Star Wars would be a different movie. And bring me the passengers. I want them alive. You know? I'm just saying. Evacuate in a moment of triumph. I think you underestimate the chances there, Darth Vader, sir.
Crikey! 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. 5 minutes, Turkish. And they're hanging their stockings, he snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Christmas. It's practically here. Then he growled. Rawr. Like
I'll
that.
go.
Rawr. You're purring. Yeah, you growl, Eleanor. That's pretty good. Okay. Then he growled with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming. Thank you, Whoville. We love you. Good night. Oh, you can stop that. I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming, for tomorrow he knew. All the Who girls and boys would wake bright and early. They'd rush for their toys. And then, oh, the noise, noise. That's one thing he hated, the noise. To be fair, I also do. You know, the older I get, the more I understand this Grinch guy. This would drive me insane right here.
Cop, children.
There's a lot going on here.
Ellie.
You're just skiing down the stairs playing a drum? You're grounded. Yeah? Sure, go. Then the Who's Young and Old would sit down to a feast. And they'd feast, and they'd feast, and they'd... All in caps with exclamation points. Feast, 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 feast! They would feast on Who pudding and rare Who roast beast, which was something the Grinch couldn't stand in the least. You know what my wife hates? Who spam. And then just regular spam. She hates that Who spam. And then, in caps again. Hey, did the Swedish fish candy canes break your growler? Is that what happened? Dude, you're turning your candy cane into a shank. You're gonna stab somebody with that. Be careful. You'd get arrested at the airport for carrying that. And then
I broke it.
they'd do something he liked least of all. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing. They'd stand hand in hand, and the Who's would start signing in sign language. Oh wait, singing. Sorry, I thought it was signing. I thought, wow, this is a very This is a good, all-inclusive story time. They'd sing and they'd sing and they'd sing, 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 sing. And the more the Grinch thought of this Who Christmas sing, the more the Grinch thought, I must stop this whole thing. Why, for 53 years I put up with it. Now the Grinch is old. The Grinch is a bit old, 53 years old. Elder rage, maybe. I don't know. Why, for 53 years I've put up with it now. I must stop Christmas from coming. But how?
He's gonna make a Santa costume.
And then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea. His spidey sense is tingling. That's because he knows trouble's near. When his spidey sense starts tingling like that. I know just what to do, the Grinch laughed in his throat. I know just what to do. I think I heard something. I think I sprained my squeedly spooch. My squeedly spooch.
You gotta make sure your squiddy spooch is okay.
The Grinch laughed in his throat, and he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat. And he chuckled and clucked. Chuckle, 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 chuckle. Buck, buck!
Chuckle, 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 chuckle.
Chuckle, 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 chuckle. Buck, 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 buck! What a great Grinchy trick. With this coat and this hat, I look just like Bruce Springsteen. Oh, Saint Nick. All I need is a reindeer, the Grinch looked around. But since reindeer are scarce, there was none to be found. Did that stop the old Grinch?
No.
Yes. The end.
No, there's more.
That is absolutely the end of the story. It stopped him right there.
I'm
Can't do it without a reindeer. The end. Well, I hope you enjoyed story time. I am going to take a nap. Somebody please wake me up when it is Valentine's Day. Ah! Oh, it was weird, my little reindeer. Did that stop the old Grinch? ... question mark. No! The Grinch simply said, if I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. So he called his dog Max. Beep boop, beep bop, beep bop, boop. Hey, Max? Yeah, hey, can you come over to my cave? Yeah, you remember where it is, right? It's in North Whoville. Yeah, it's past the mall. Okay, cool. I'm gonna tie something to your head if that's cool. Okay, cool. Well, I'll see you then. Okay, bye. Boop. Then he took some red thread and he tied a big horn to the top of his head. Just one horn. Then a lot of caps here. A lot of caps. Donald Trump helped write some of this story with all the random capitalization that's happening. He loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh. Ramshackle Sleigh is also my favorite 1980s WWF wrestler. Oh yeah! Ramshackle Sleigh! We'll see you at SummerSlam. Hogan? And he hitched up old Max. Then the Grinch said, Gid-a-dap!
No, it's Giddy-Up.
No. Gid-a-dap.
Giddy-Up.
Okay. Let's
Yeah.
let's get really close here. Let's grab this. Then the Grinch said, Gid-a-dap.
Gidap.
Yeah. Then the Grinch
Giddy-up.
said, Gid-a-dap. It's
Giddy-up.
right there.
Giddy-Up.
It's right there. No, it's right there. Look.
Giddy-up.
Then the Grinch said, Gid-a-dap. I don't know why the Grinch says Gid-a-dap. He does not say Giddy-up. He says, Gid-a-dap. Then the Grinch said, Gid-a-dap. And Max said, what in the world are you talking about? And the Grinch said, Gid-a-dap. And the Grinch said, no habla. Grinch Spaniel.
Grinch final.
And then the Grinch said, giddy up. And Max said, oh, why didn't you say that in the first place? I don't know what giddy-dap means. You're weird. And the sleigh started down towards the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town. All their windows were dark. Quiet snow filled the air, which is good. Don't you hate it when snow comes down like this? I hate loud snow. I like it when the snow's just like sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. It's like, quiet snow filling the air. All the Who's were all dreaming sweet dreams without care when he came to the first little house on the square. This is stop number 1, the old Grinchy Claus hissed. And he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney.
Because he's a snake.
A rather tight fit, but if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once for a moment or two, then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue. He stuck his head out of the flue. Oh. Hello. Sticking my head out of the flue. Flue. Where the little Who stockings all hung in a row, these stockings, he grinned, these stockings are the first things to go. All of these Who's are all sleeping in the same bed. Just one big giant Who bed. Just to be clear. 5 little Who's jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, how did you get my home number? Stop calling me here, or I will call the Who police. The Who police.
The Who police.
We are the Who police. Who's in? You don't have to turn on the Who light. That's a song by the Police. See? Okay. Thank you.
Amazing.
Then he slithered and slunk. like he slithered and slunk. Like, okay. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. With a smile most unpleasant. Wait.
Yeah.
Is that a smile most unpleasant?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Around the whole room, and he took every present. Pop guns and bicycles, roller skates, drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorn, and plums.
And potatoes.
What kid is like, oh, you know what I hope I get for Christmas? Popcorn and plums.
Me.
That's what I want for Christmas. I want popcorn. I want plums. That's what I want.
It's on my wish list too.
And he stuffed them in bags, and the Grinch very nimbly just want to focus on this part because I feel that this is the worst part of the entire book, okay? And he stuffed them in bags. Then the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags one by one up the chimbley.
Wait.
Chimney. Yeah. And he stuffed them in bags. Then the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags one by one up the chimbley. Nice try, Dr. Seuss. If you even are a doctor.
If you even wrote the book. Even not.
I thought you got your doctorate in Columbia. Yeah, and now I need to get my doctorate in America.
Well,
where'd you get your doctorate, Dr. Seuss? Greendale Community College. Then he slunk to the icebox. I don't know how you slunk. He took the Who's feast. He took the Who pudding. He took the roast beast. He cleaned out that icebox as quick as a flash. Well, that's nice. He cleaned it. You know, he took all the food and then he's like, ugh, this is dirty. Get some Who Windex. You know, scrubbed it. Clorox bleach. That's nice of him. That's nice. He cleaned out that icebox as quick as a flash, as quick as the Flash. Why, that Grinch even took their last can of Who hash. Hey, I think that's the fish from The Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. What are you doing
One
there?
fish, two fish. Red fish, blue fish.
Yeah. And he stuffed all the food up the chimney with Glee, with the cast of the show Glee singing the whole time, getting ready for regionals. It was very annoying. And now, grinned the Grinch, I will stuff up the tree. And the Grinch grabbed the tree, and he started to shove, and he heard a small sound, like the coo of a dove. He heard a small sound like this. Caw-caw! Caw-caw!
No, just.
That's not what a dove sounds like. You don't touch the computer. He turned around fast and he saw a small who. Little Cindy Lou Who was 802. Oh, who was not more than 2.
Oh. Well, okay.
Yeah.
She's 0?
She's 1.
Oh.
Or 1.5, 1 3/4,
Zero.
1 3/16, something like that. The Grinch had been caught by this tiny Who daughter who had got out of bed for a cup of cold water. She stared at the Grinch and said, I need to do a Cindy Lou Who voice. Okay, let me try. Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking a Christmas tree? Why? Cindy Lou Who smash!
No.
And that's what Cindy Lou Who sounds like.
Yes.
No, this is what Cindy Lou
That's
Who.
science.
This is what Cindy Lou Who sounds like.
Oh.
Why you Christmas?
Okay, that scared me a little bit. If I'm being real honest.
Why you
Okay.
sing
But
that
you know, that old Grinch was so smart and so slick. Ew. Take a bath. It's gross.
Yes.
He thought up a lie, and he thought it up quick. Why, my sweet little tot, the fake Santa Claus lied. There's a light on this tree that won't light on one side. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I hitting you? Sorry. So I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there, and then I'll bring it back here. Oh, I'm sorry. I did it again.
There are clearly no lights on that tree.
And his fib fooled the child. And then he patted her head and got her a drink, and
Touch my
he sent
lip.
her to bed. Ew. And when Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney and he stuffed the tree up. Then the last thing he took was the log for their fire, which is actually okay because it's one of those new KFC logs.
Ew.
Have you heard about that? The KFC is Kufcha.
Kufcha?
They used to be called Kentucky Fried Chicken, then they decided to go and just be initials. So, to me, they're still Kentucky Fried Chicken. If you're going to use initials annoyingly, then I'm just going to pronounce it like it's a word. So, Kufcha.
Yeah.
So, Kufcha is selling these logs that smell like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
That's stupid.
Your chimney, and then Kentucky Fried Chicken smell fills your room. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
gross.
that's gross. Not to be outdone, Long John Silver is working on Long John Silver scented trash bags. That was
They
a
smell
joke.
like fish.
Yeah. Ugh. Then the last thing he took was the log for their fire. Then he went up the chimney himself, the old liar. On his walls, on their walls, he left nothing but hooks and some wire. But you know there's one kid that's like, oh, my Christmas wish! I got wire!
Woohoo!
Oh man, this is much better than the plums I wanted. And the one speck of food that he left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. But you know who ate like kings that day? Ants.
Oh my God, you're so right.
Yeah, the ants and the fleas had a feast. You're welcome. Let's try and think of the positive things the Grinch has done.
Woohoo!
Then he did the same thing to the other Who houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other Who mouses. But again, cockroaches were like, yes!
It's mice!
So I guess we're just skipping all the other houses. We're just montaging it.
Yep.
Doodaloo, doodaloo, do. Try to be best, cause you're only a man, and a man's got to learn to take care. We need a montage.
Yeah.
A Steal a Christmas montage. It was dawn. All the Who's still abed, all the Who's still a snooze. When he packed up his sled, packed it up with their presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags, and the tinsels, the trimmings, the trappings. Okay, slow down there, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Woo.
I'm taking all the presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags, and the tinsel, the trimmings, the trappings.
Okay.
Trees.
Hercules Mulligan!
I'm just gonna take all the trees with me. Tick, tick, tick.
3,000 feet up. Up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip top to dump it.
I think I'm gonna die.
Poo-poo to the Who's. He was grinchiously humming. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go to the Who's and just be like, you know what? Poo-poo to you.
Poo-poo to you.
Poo-poo to the Who's.
Mike Myers right there. Poo-poo to the Who's.
You know what, kids? Poo-poo to you.
Poo-poo.
Work, poo-poo to you. Bookstores,
Poo-poo.
poo-poo to the bookstore that will remain nameless. Poo-poo to all of you! Except Adam Sandler.
Oh, Adam Sandler.
Man is a treasure.
Why is Adam Sandler's car so sad?
You ever see the movie Sandy Wexler?
No.
You're not missing much. You're not missing much.
Okay, good.
If you ever have 2 hours left to live, watch the Adam Sandler movie Sandler, because it will feel like a lifetime has passed. So that's the secret. Poo-poo to the Who's, he was grinchiously humming. They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will will hang open for a minute or two, and then the Whoville will all go poo-poo. Oh, no. Then the Who's down in Whoville will all cry, boo-hoo!
No, it's like this.
The Who's in Whoville cry weird.
No, it's like this.
Ow, I hurt my knee. Boo-hoo! Okay, whatever.
This
Whatever
is
you
how
say
they
then.
cry.
Give that Who a special test. That's a bit weird. That's a noise, grinned the Grinch, that I simply must hear. So he paused.
Unpause.
Unpause. You know what?
Poop his ass.
Then the Grinch put a hand to his ear. Did I scare you? Did I scare you? I didn't mean to scare you. I'm sorry if I scared you. And he did hear us. Ah! I'm sorry. That time I meant to scare you, but the time before that was totally accidental. And he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry. Very. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Ouch.
No, he
He popped his eyes.
He popped his eyes out.
Yeah.
No, actually,
Yeah, you pop your knuckles, you pop your neck, you pop your back. He pops his eyes.
No.
Like, ouch.
No, he threw his eyes to Whoville to see.
What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, were singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow,